Kebab. Anyways, in this video, we're going to look at how to make the scabbard and the swords you see right there. No, not those swords or that scabbard. We're talking about the good version, the recent movies. Also, what a bunch of bullcrap. I can never do this on my first try. The first things you want to do is get some nice quality wood. This is an oak board. It's a 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch by 36 inches long. I think what I've settled for my hand here is a 9-inch handle. Okay, well, I've given it a shot, and yeah, I could not use the Dremel at all to do this, so the old jigsaw. I just checked. This is 20 grit. This is very coarse. We're gonna be taking off a lot of this. So already it seems like we did not need to make that first cut or any of them. Look at it. Look, let's just take this little bit of black line right here. Anyways, the whole point of what I was trying to show here is that you could basically just sand the board and start with that. The swords were sanded once more with 120 here, and I think eventually, much further down the line, I used 220. But check out this cutting from just a 120. One more. So for making this scabbard, I'm using balsa wood. I have it right here, and I got that from National Balsa. It's a website. I have 6 pieces of this 1/4 inch by 2 inch by 36 inch. And then this is 1/4 inch by 6 inch, so 3 times as wide and 36 inches long. That is like, even this one, it's way more length than you really need. But the general process is, this is where the sword is gonna go. We're gonna have the front, the back, and then this middle layer is where the sword's gonna go. And we're just gonna frame the part where it is held in. As you can see, the prices were actually really good when you look at the pieces themselves. The only thing that is worth pointing out, definitely helps to buy in bulk, because the shipping, which you know, it's right there, it costs a lot. But even with this high shipping cost, buying these pieces by themselves, if you can find them anywhere, it's still gonna be less to buy it online than it is to buy it in a store. Again, the great thing about balsa is just it's super light and it's easy to work with. You can cut this with a knife basically, but it will also be prone to denting. It's also very light. And when we hold it all in place, we're gonna use these 1/4 inch knives. These are incredibly strong. So I'm hoping that honestly, like just two on the scabbard and 2 on my body will be enough to hold this. Check it. I duct tape this button so that I'll plug this in. It's just fine. Now that we have the sword, put it in place. You're just gonna like mark a little bit below. There we go. To make the actual like sides, what you want to do is measure out, or like just wrap around here the marker, the outside of the blade, to draw out the side. For the handle, because we want it to be a little circular and much thicker, we're just gonna use this super gold, like wood glue, to hold this down. Some parts are much wider than others. So right here, see, it's pushing it out. You gotta account for this, and because when you finally glue all this down, you know, you're gonna be stuck not being able to put this in the scabbard. Okay, so according to my map, the ones that I just cut out, these 2 little pieces, right? That layer is the same as the bottom of the next scabbard. That's right, so that's what I'm trying to figure out right here. Nothing to overthink here. All you're trying to do is find out what angle you want these sheaths to be in, and then you're gonna cut out where they meet. So that's the wonderful thing about balsa, is I can actually just use this knife and cut it. Alright, so I recruited some help with these 2 little pieces. Again, we have 4 layers. 1, this top one. 2, which is, you know, the sides of that one and these being shared. So, clear that off. 3, sides of the other one and this bottom. And 4, that's the 4 layers. with regards to the pieces that are going to be holding the sword. And so the 4-layer cake is now complete. These beauties are now set, and before we put in the guards and work out the rest of the scabbard, it is nice to take the time and polish up these rough edges. And by polish, I mean sand. So using some paper, I traced out the piece that I want to fit here. And I did that twice. Cut it out. Now that they're cut out, it's time to glue them down. For the handle, I just cut out a little hole, slipped it on until it was able to fit down and still be snug. I have 2 magnets be like located right here and here. You know, cut out, I made this piece just by like honestly freehanding it. Okay, 1 magnet is in here, if you can tell. This layer right here, and then this is just above it. So I'm gonna cut out this. Okay, so one of the last things we have to do is make a little support for the backpack that's gonna hold the magnets. And I think what you wanna do is probably measure that correctly. Worth pointing out, because I'm not really sure I captured it, that little indent you see in the scabbard, that gets sanded away later, so it's very flat. Wham. Bam. The swords, the blades themselves were sanded again with like 220, and that made them really smooth and also made this fit in a lot better than what you see here. This is what it looks like after just 1 layer of plasti dip. After 2 layers. So I actually only had enough, just enough of the Rust-Oleum to do 1 coat. Do we fill more than we need? So I'm going to use this Montana spray to go over that. 1 layer right there. Pro tip from the future, do not use the crystal clear enamel. Now to make the little magnetic part that's going to go inside the suit, which is this piece right here, we're going to be using soft waistband elastic. When using barge. Okay, I think it's dry. Let's see if it's ready. We're gonna use this to cover up whatever we don't want to paint. We're gonna do metallic finish by Rust-Oleum. This is not the right orientation. So let's fix this orientation mistake. So instead of like just coming down like that, you want to like do this. So it's a loop. And that's the old. This is the new. Compare them real quick. In general, just by eyeballing it, I really did not do any intricate measurements. It looks very much similar to this one in terms of length and overall build and style. I think you can tell I made this, unfortunately, in my opinion, a little smaller down here at the bottom, with this outermost piece now a little bigger. This is a pretty nice wood. This is balsa wood. So I kind of do like this. One thing is, let's see, here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total layers. We had 6 total layers, and here we have 4. So 2 less layers. Here we have 2 magnets that are pretty small. And here we have 3 big circular ones. To hold it to our body, this is the little pack that I would wear on my back. Underneath the outfit, the magnets in here attract the ones there, and that's how it's held on. Here we have just these 2. Wow. That's 932 grams. It's about 2 pounds. This thing was about 2 pounds. Now this one, on the other hand, seems a third of that. First time putting this on. Let's hope it works the way I expect it to. Magnets are underneath the shirt. And well, there we go. So it may not be super obvious, but when I first put this on right here, you can kind of tell from looking at it, there was this like forward and back wobble, and I really wanted to take care of this. To finish off the swords and go from this to something that looks like this. Tennis racket grip tape. 2 turns around the grip. Cut it. Just gonna drop some super glue down. And put it down. Here's why magnets, okay? Remember how a second ago I said I wanted to fix that forward and back wobble? Well, this is how I did it. I added one more magnet to the bottom in the scabbard and within like my undersuit build here. So it's just one magnet slip there in the bottom, and I used pink so you could actually really see this. There it is on my back. Just gonna put this on to have a layer separated. And this is now on me, very thin, barely noticeable, easy to wear. Drop on the scabbard. Okay, very solid, not moving around too much. You can take it off, very easy. And while it's still on, you can put something else there. What? Second sword. Didn't see the second sword coming, did you? What's the second sword? Oh wow, this is awkward. I actually don't have much more footage than this. So, thank you for watching, and let's watch that Deadpool scene again. Whoops, no, not that scene. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Haha, double psych. Really, if you want a really solid version of this, go to Etsy, check out the Raptor Props shop, and one of the things they sell there is the Deadpool Scabbard. Now this one right here is like the version 1, but he's actually improved a lot on this design. If you go to his Instagram, same username of Raptor Props, you can see like how, for example, the swords in the Deadpool 2 version, like most recently he's made them like cold cast, which is just like amazing and beautiful. It's really accurate looking without being metal. But like he's also got that, like for example, like those red little details. The handles themselves look great, and the scabbard is just perfect. I mean, you know, here is more like just like what is it made of. But you know, for that price, like $300 is not much more than like what I built here. You add in all the balsa wood, magnets, and paint, it's like $100 just there, and then work, it adds up to $300 easy.